Welcome into the show. Let's talk about dangerous things. So I was just sitting here in total silence, and I had a random thought. Man, I'm thinking, human beings, we're pretty smart, top of the proverbial food chain in terms of intelligence. And I'm thinking, man, there has to be technologies throughout time that have been developed that they could just never release to the general public because it would be too dangerous, too disastrous, too hazardous. And you just think about your mind could go, in all types of directions. It could go crazy. It could run wild, imagining those types of technologies. But I asked Google, and ironically, I'm asking AI about like this AI is so basic. This is like the first, stage of this, right? The first frontier of this AI shit. No, AI's been around forever, not forever, at least since what the '60s, '50s, in like a really rudimentary form. But this, being able to ask it questions and stuff is relatively new, and it's just pulling from the internet. I know how it works. Don't get on me. I know it's not that smart, and that's the point. But I'm asking AI about things like AI is one of the answers for this, but that would be like some really, really dangerous stuff that would be the end of us. Basically, that's the very last one, and yeah. Anyways, I asked AI, are there technologies that can never be released because they'd be too dangerous to humanity? And it says yes. Certain advanced technologies are intentionally withheld or restricted from public release because they pose severe existential risk to humanity. Examples include high risk autonomous cyber offensive software, dangerous engineered pathogens, and unaligned artificial general intelligence models. And let me know your thoughts below about any of this. I never try to interact with my viewers. I always get so caught up on getting the video out in a succinct manner and not boring people, and that causes anxiety. But let me know what you think about this stuff. If you think some of these technologies have already been used, personally, I think some of them have, because like not all of our leaders are going to be noble and righteous and moral. There's going to be some bad leaders, and like I feel like we haven't even seen the worst of it yet. Because this technology in general, the world we live in, technology feels like it's in its infancy. It could be way scarier. Like imagine robots walking around. Imagine cops being robots, or robots being cops. I mean, but RoboCop. But it's gonna be more advanced than that. But yeah, just let's just get into it. But let me know what you think. Restricted and withheld technologies, advanced cyber offensive AI, certain powerful code analyzing models, such as early iterations of high risk security tools, have had their public releases delayed or heavily restricted because they excel at autonomously finding critical software vulnerabilities that could be weaponized globally. Ooh, so basically hack anything, including classified documents. Um, but I'm just gonna say I don't think what we need to worry about is these being released to the private market, aka us, to the consumer, to humanity itself. I think it's like gonna be some anti-humanity billionaire, trillionaire, or a president or a prime minister somewhere that wants to just doesn't like humanity very much, or just has a mean streak or a revenge fantasy, or is just generally evil. That's going to come if we're not already living in that, which we probably are. Enhanced pathogens. That's interesting. With what we just got over with what happened in 2020. I don't follow those conspiracy theories. I don't believe them, but I think in the future they will be weaponized. Enhanced pathogens. Dual use biotechnology capable of engineering highly contagious, drug resistant, or lethal synthetic viruses is strictly controlled under biosecurity frameworks to prevent accidental or intentional release. And what's to say that institution won't fall as well, just like all our other institutions? I can't wait for this video to get zero views. Autonomous lethal weapons. Talking about some dangerous stuff, but it's all public. But I'm just like I'm releasing classified information, but it's hard to get conversations like this started online in this day and time. Autonomous lethal weapons. Fully autonomous robotic military systems programmed to select and engage targets without human intervention are restricted or debated heavily due to catastrophic risk of escalation and loss of human control. That is where we lose our humanity. We already lost our humanity having wars in general. But genocides, we've lost our humanity. But that is where we just go full Skynet and everything. It's over. They just decide who lives and dies at that point. Unconstrained artificial general intelligence (AGI). All right, end on the scariest one. Concepts surrounding superintelligence systems capable of recursive self-improvement are heavily guarded by safety researchers. And what was this? What if they kill those researchers? That's never happened before. Who argue that when uncontained release could lead to irreversible loss of human control over critical infrastructure and societal structures. Man, would you like to explore government and safety for? Not really, because I don't believe they're just frameworks, it's just words on paper. What if somebody gets in there like a bull in china shop and just brute forces their way through to change the world? Like Trump is too dumb to do. What if you have a president who doesn't give a shit one day? What if you're listening to him right now? I'm joking. All right, let me look up one more thing. I'll ask you this way, actually. 70 years, I was right. Oh, Turing, yeah, that's where I read the 50s, yeah. RP to him, he was gay, right? Wasn't he persecuted for being gay? I'm thinking somebody else. Anyways, RP, I know he's dead. RP Alan Turing, he did a lot for, like, hey, I wouldn't exist without him. All right, guys, love you. See you. God bless.